What's going on, people? Welcome back to nestatv. And before we get into today's video, people, please drop a like on this video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about Mr. Mesut Ozil, you know, the king of assists, you know. And this is like the Ozil saga, you know, the Arsenal versus Ozil, the Arsenal versus Ozil, the Ozil dilemma, the Ozil saga, it's like, I don't know where else this goes. And it's just sad because I'm an Ozil fan, and everything that's been going on, true Arsenal fans that follow the club, everything that's going on right now with Ozil and the club and him having been playing for a while. And so then we're going to just get into my thoughts on the situation. I see a lot of things been going on around social media, but my friends been posting, other people been posting, and I respect everybody's opinion. I'm not going to look at no one and tell them, hey, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. I respect everybody's opinion, but this is just my task, so you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about it. So we're going to just run through, as you know, Ozil been dropped from the Europa League squad for Arsenal, competition Arsenal will be looking to win, and he been dropped from the Premier League squad. And when you get dropped from the Premier League squad, I think the next time you can probably get registered again is in January, after the transfer window, I think. So so it's like, it's basically, you're not a part of this club no more, pretty much. You're not a part of the teams, so what is it going to be for him? He's the highest paid player in the club right now. So we're going to just go through, he been dropped from the squad, and the big topic out right now is what he said on his social media, him coming out and saying what he said. So I'm gonna just read through it real quick. So this is from Mesut Ozil. This is what he posted. So this is a difficult message to write to the Arsenal fans that I've played for over the past few years. I'm really deeply disappointed by the fact that I have not been registered for the Premier League season for the time being. So that means you can probably get registered in January again. So let's continue. Upon signing my new contract in 2018, I pledged my loyalty and allegiance to the club that I love, Arsenal. And it saddens me that this has not been reciprocated. As I have just found out, loyalty is hard to come by nowadays. We're going to get back to this point. I've always tried to remain positive from week to week, that there's maybe a chance to get back in the squad again. That's why I kept silent so far. Before the coronavirus break, I was really happy with the development under our new coach, Mikel Arteta. He was happy on Arteta. We're going to get back to this point also. We've been on a positive way, and I would say my performances were on a really good level. But then things changed again, and I was not longer allowed to play football for Arsenal. What else can I say? London still feels like a home. I still have many good friends in the team and still feel a strong connection with the fans of this club. No matter what, I will be fighting for my chance and not let my 8th season at Arsenal end like this. I can promise you that this hard decision won't change anything in my mindset. I will continue to train as best as I can, and wherever possible, use my voice against inhumanity and for justice. We're going to get back for that part. Also, use my voice for inhumanity and for injustice. So pretty much, that's what Mesut Ozil came out and say, and he have the right to say that. So we're going to just take a track back real quick on how this really started. I'm going to just go through it real quick. So pretty much, this been going on since around the coronavirus times, and I'm gonna give y'all my three reasons why I think that all of this is happening. It could be either one, or his comments about China. He made comments about China and what been going on in China, saying that Muslims are being unfairly being treated unfairly and been forced into camps and stuff like that because of their religion, basically. And he didn't like that, and then China see the comments on China. Right after he made those comments, China stopped all Arsenal games in China. So no Arsenal game was playing in. You couldn't watch an Arsenal game in China. And you know what's that going to do for Arsenal? It's going to damage their pockets. So it was a back and forth about that. So that's one. His comments about China, y'all know what he said. Y'all know how Arsenal came out and said, listen, we're not supporting this. We are, you know, we are apolitic. We're against politics. We're against politics and all of that stuff. The second one, that's a long story. So the second one I would say is pretty much the pay cut. He refused to take the pay cut. He was like the only one, I think there was more people, but he was the main one that refused to take a pay cut. He's the highest earning player at the club, and they asked him, hey, listen, can you take a pay cut to help us, you know, with the staffing and stuff like that, things that's going on around the club. He refused to take it. Well, he said that, hey, you know, I want to know where my money is going. And then eventually he didn't take the pay cut. So that's another one. And the last one, well, one for me, is him saying that, you know, when they asked him like, yo, we want to let you go, we want to sell you, you know, let's work something out so you can move on, go on loan or something, and then leave at the end of your contract. He said, no, I'm not leaving. I decided when I leave this club. He came out and said that. So with those, you know, it's like he's putting Arsenal in a bad position, and then it's a back and forth thing with him and the club. And you know, when you're gonna go against higher powers, you know, they gonna make you try their best to make you uncomfortable. Just like working in a job. You're working in a job, you're going against your supervisor, your manager, the boss, you know, and it's like you're causing uproar. They're gonna try to make you uncomfortable. So, you know, that's it. And it's a tough situation because I feel like off the field things shouldn't stop a player from playing football. You know what I mean? And the way Arsenal handle it, I'm gonna be honest, I don't 100% agree with it, because I feel like, you know, his off the field things, you know, and they saying he's diving into politics. I don't feel like he's diving into politics. He's just saying how we feel about how Muslims are being treated in China, just as everybody was getting on their knees for people that, you know, for what's going on in America, you know, and people been protesting all around the world, and, you know, the club supported it. So Mesut Ozil feel like, yo, you know, the club haven't supported me, which I agree, you know what I mean? You cannot do for one and don't do for the other. What, because it's China? You know, you know, like, so I guess Arsenal don't want that smoke with China. A lot of Arsenal fundings, a lot of Arsenal money come from China. Arsenal have a very, very big fan base in China, in Asia, I would say. So they probably saying like, yo, listen, we cannot afford to make Ozil mess up our money. So let's just drop him out, make them happy so we can keep our money coming back in. Maybe they're paying for Ozil, you know, like all the money that coming from China can help pay for Ozil. So, so pretty much that's it for me when it comes to that. You know, let's get down into the passage. You know what Mesut Ozil came out and said after being dropped. So the key points that I'm gonna go to is the he came out and said loyalty is hard to come by nowadays, and everybody gonna take that different. But my thing is that, you know, you can't tell a man what to do with his money. But Ozil, if it was that much of loyalty, maybe you're saying you're loyal to Arsenal, Arsenal is not loyal to you. If you would have been loyal to Arsenal that much, you would have probably taken the pay cut to help the club. Because I don't feel like that money will go anywhere else, you know. The club have a bunch of staff that's laid off that they can't pay no more, and they probably just need help to pay these people. And, you know, through the coronavirus and all of that, and you was the highest earner of the club. You was like the talisman, the main guy, and they, you know, the club was probably looking at Mesut like, yo, let's talk to Mesut. He's the big guy around here. He's making the most money. Let's see what he say. And you didn't take the pay cut, so the club probably felt some type of way, you know, which you cannot be mad with him, because it will be a good gesture. It will be something good to do, but it's still up to him. In his contract, it doesn't say he ever have to take a pay cut. So he's still going by his contract, and you have to respect that. So I feel like Arsenal didn't really handle this the best of ways, but at the end of the day, it's not Arteta's fault. You know, it's the higher ups, and they run the club, and I guess they make the decisions and go about things the way they want to go about it. My next point that I'm gonna get into is I think he bigged up Arteta. You know, he was saying that, you know, he was happy with the development under Arteta. So he's pretty much happy how Arteta came in and started running the club. Because when Arteta came, Ozil played the first 10 games under Arteta. He was playing. So, you know, if it was Arteta, then, you know, even though Arteta came out in the press conference before the Europa League game this week, our first Europa League game of the 2020-21 season, Arteta came out in his press conference and said he take the full responsibility. And I'm watching the video and I'm saying, I don't believe that. I feel like Arteta is just trying to come out and cover up the club. And it's a hard one because at the end of the day, he have his job. He needs to support his family. Ozil is making a lot of money, so he's probably saying, listen, I'm not going to make you risk, me eating. I need to eat for me and my family. So he cannot throw his life on the line, his career pretty much on the line because of Mesut Ozil. So I understand Arteta, but I don't like the fact he came out and said, oh, he take full responsibility. It's his fault. It's not your fault, Arteta. We know it's coming from the board, and you're just trying to take the blame for the board. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. But Arteta, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't buy into it. I don't believe it. It's not up to you. Of course, you made the decision to drop him because they told you to. That's how I'm feeling. But the last point I'm gonna get into from what he came out and said is that he's gonna continue to train as best as he can, and whenever possible, use his voice against inhumanity and for justice. I don't blame him. Like at the end of the day, anybody should feel the right to say what they want to say. The reason why that sparked up like that between him and China, because China is saying that he is feeding off of false information. That's what the China government, whatever, came out and said. He's feeding off of false information. So pretty much they're saying, Ozil don't know what he's saying. He's just coming out and say something because he sees somebody else say it, and it's not true. So China feel like Ozil is lying on them. And it was a back and forth thing, and I feel like it came down to that because Ozil have such a big following, 22 million followers on Instagram, millions of followers around the world, you know what I mean? That's not even into social media and stuff. And he's one of the big players, one of the biggest players in the world, still up to this day because of his name. And it's a tough one, and I just don't like all this drama that's surrounding my club. I feel like my club is moving in the right direction, and things is going good at Arsenal, and I just feel like this is like the only bump we have in the club right now. And it's like this is the only bad apple, and we can't afford to have this apple. Not saying Ozil is the bad apple, I'm talking the situation is the bad apple. We cannot have this bad apple mess with the rest of the club. We need everybody to be on it because we're trying to get top 4 this season. We want to win the Europa League. We want to aim to win the FA Cup again. So it's like we cannot afford to have these things going on in the club. So the faster they can deal with it, the better. And I see on social media a lot of people is blaming Arteta, and Arteta is going to be the first person to blame because he's the manager and he dropped him. But the people that read behind the lines and look into stuff, that really real true Arsenal fans that look into stuff properly, you can tell this is coming from the board. Only the real ones know. This is coming from the board above Arteta, the people upstairs, the higher ups. This is coming from them, so Arteta is just the one that's enforcing the rules now. You know what I mean? It's like, when you say I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. That's what Arteta is doing. So can you blame Arteta? Me? I don't blame Arteta. I know a lot of people blame him for Ozil's absence. It's not him. If he didn't like Ozil, why would Ozil play the first 10 games, when he came in? So, and I feel like this was a thing that was coming anyway, because even Unai Emery called him out. Maybe Arteta just gave him the first 10 games just to give him time to get his game up and stuff, or whatever. But Unai Emery even dropped him after a while, so he don't work hard enough, and we all could have seen it. It just wasn't the same. It's like you always had to build a team to suit Ozil, which is not really bad because he's a very good player, but he's still got to carry his own weight. But back with Arteta, a lot of people is blaming him, and I'm gonna put it this way, and y'all can let me know if you understand. This is the best way I can put it. It's like Arteta and Ozil, they was playing together for Arsenal. So that's just like you and your boy working at the same company. You leave the company and go work for a different company, just like Arteta left Arsenal and went somewhere else, went to Man City. And you work for this other company, you leave your boy there working for the same company you was with. Then you come back to the company, just like Arteta came back to Arsenal. Now you come back to the company, you come back to get a supervisor position, a manager. And just like Arteta came back to be, the manager. And your boy is still in the same position. And You know, so now you cannot move the same. You're managing now, you're running things now, you have more responsibilities. You cannot move the same. So now I guess your boy have issues. You know, he's still your boy. Y'all never, you know, y'all was always cool. You just went and you come back, y'all was always cool. So now you come back now. Your boys, you know, your boys having trouble with the money, with the boss, with your boss, the people over you. And you know, it's you and your boy is still cool. Because I'm going to be honest, I feel like Arteta and Ozil is still cool. I don't feel like there's any bad blood between them because Ozil never came out and said anything about Arteta. So, back to what I was saying, you know, you come back and your boy's having issues with your boss. And I guess he's not doing his job, whatever. And then your boss come to you and tell you, like, yo, listen, he's not doing, you know, he's causing too much issues in our job right now. You know, we not going, let's say, you know, we want to get rid of him, you know, so we're not going to make him work in his best position. Just like at any job, you know, they try to make you uncomfortable. So, you know, so for example, you know, he was doing this over here. He was chilling, making money easy. You know what? Let's make him go and sweep outside. Just saying, you know, you was a cash register, you know, and you was at the cash register. You was a cashier. And then you say like, nah, put him outside to sweep. Make him go clean the store. It's making you uncomfortable because you know you was chilling, you know. So I just feel like, you know, that's pretty much what it's like, you know. So now you have to listen to your boss and make your own boy uncomfortable because of, you know, his actions that have nothing to do with you. You're just trying to do your job still, and you're trying to keep food on the table for your family. You know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell your boss like, nah. You're gonna tell your boss, nah, fuck that, I don't care. Leave my boy alone. What do you think gonna happen? You gonna get fired. So you cannot blame Arteta. Let him just do what he have to do. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care about the Ozil situation. I don't like the way they're dealing with it. But at the end of the day, Arteta have a whole squad to worry about. We cannot keep focusing everything on Ozil. It's a mess up situation. It's already gone bad. We as fans can't do nothing about it. All we have to do is support the players that's going to be on the field. Support the players that, you know, that's going to carry the club forward. Because as you see, Ozil is not going to come back in. So what we going to do? We're going to stay here and worry about Ozil? Or we going to move on with the rest of the squad? The younger players that really need the support. Thomas Partey that just came in. Martinelli that's coming back from injury. I'm more excited for this. I'm not going to waste my energy on the Ozil situation. So that's just how I feel about it. It's a mess up situation. You know, whether a lot of people are asking, do you agree or disagree with how they're dealing with the Ozil situation? I disagree. I don't like it. I feel like he is being put in this position for non-football reasons. For example, it's probably 70 to 80% non-football reasons and about 20 to 30% footballing reasons, because, you know, his performances wasn't that just before he got dropped and stuff, you know, and there was a lot of talks about his work rate and stuff, and I feel like it's less of that. Even Arteta came out and said it's not football, footballing reasons, and I don't know, it's a confusing situation. But yo, listen people, y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comment. That's just my views on it. I disagree with how they're dealing with the situation, but at the end of the day, what's done is done. He's out the squad, but we cannot dwell on it. You know, I'm not gonna waste time on it. I'm just worrying about my team. You know, at the end of the day, I'm here to. I've been supporting Arsenal. I've been supporting the club. I don't support, you know, any one player. The players that I supported like that, any particular player I supported, all left. Supported Henry. I was a big Henry fan. He left. Van Persie was my most favorite Arsenal player, younger growing up. Him and Dennis Bergkamp, because of the Dutch connection, and they both left-footed. They both are left-footers just like me. You know, Van Judas left, went to Manchester United. You know, so like, I'm not gonna sit here and worry about Ozil. I'm an Ozil fan, but at the end, I was a bigger Fabregas fan than I am an Ozil fan. I'm a bigger Santi Cazorla fan than I am as an Ozil fan. Bigger Jack Wilshere fan. So it's like, I'm not gonna be worried like that, you know. I like Abu Dhabi, you know, that was my boy, you know. So I'm not gonna stay here worried, you know, like true Arsenal fans that supported the real Dan Dadas back in the day. You're not gonna, even if you like him or not, you're not gonna sit here and dwell on Ozil not being in the squad. I've seen bigger and better players left Arsenal, and You know, so if I had to suffer without my most favorite players leaving the club, it's a different situation. I really don't like how they treated Ozil. I was a big Ozil fan too. German, left footer, just like me, played the same position I played. You know, so it's like, it's a tough one, but listen, it's either you're going to back the player or you're going to back the club. I'm backing the club. I'm worried about what we have going into our Europa League game, going into Leicester, going into Manchester United coming up. So people, let me know in the comments what you think about this situation. It's crazy, it's a lot going on, but I just cannot wait for this to be resolved. Ozil to just move on and be happy, and Arsenal move on and be happy. That's what I'm waiting for. But people, thanks again for watching. It's your boy Nesta. Look out for more videos. Please drop a like on this video, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you soon. Boom.